Super Mario RPG: Legend of the Seven Stars is a role-playing game developed by Square for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Players control Mario, who must save the Mushroom Kingdom from the evil Smithy gang. Along the way, he teams up with a variety of allies, including Princess Toadstool, Bowser, and Geno. The game combines elements of traditional Mario platforming with turn-based battles and a storyline featuring a diverse cast of characters. The game's graphics and sound are top-notch, and its gameplay is challenging yet rewarding. Super Mario RPG is one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996 because of its unique combination of platforming and RPG elements. It stands out from other games in the genre with its engaging storyline and memorable characters that players grow to care about. The game's mix of humor and drama helps to make it a classic that continues to be enjoyed by gamers of all ages. Overall, Super Mario RPG is a must-play for any fan of the Mario franchise or RPGs in general. Kirby Superstar is a 1996 platformer game developed by HAL Laboratory for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The game features 8 different games within the main game, each with its own unique story and gameplay. Kirby, the game's protagonist, has the ability to inhale enemies and use their powers to defeat obstacles and bosses. Kirby Superstar is considered one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996 because of its unique gameplay, charming visuals, and innovative level design. The game's ability to switch between different game modes and playstyles keeps the player engaged and interested. Additionally, the game's boss battles are some of the most memorable and challenging in the genre. Overall, Kirby Superstar is a delightfully fun and innovative platformer game that has stood the test of time and remains a fan favorite to this day. Donkey Kong Country 3: Dixie Kong's Double Trouble is a video game that was released in 1996. It is a platformer game that features 2 main characters, Dixie Kong and her cousin Kiddy Kong. The game is set on an island called the Northern Cremisphere, and the objective is to save Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, who have been captured by the game's villain, King K. Rool. The game has great graphics and sound effects, and it is well designed, with challenging levels that require the player to use their skills and strategy to progress through the game. The game includes different types of levels, including underwater levels and levels that require the player to ride on various animals. One of the reasons why Donkey Kong Country 3: Dixie Kong's Double Trouble is one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996 is because it is a unique and enjoyable game that stands out from other platformer games of that era. It has creative and well-designed levels and characters that make the game interesting and fun to play. Additionally, the game has a great story that keeps the player engaged, and it is challenging enough to keep the player interested without being too difficult. Overall, Donkey Kong Country 3: Dixie Kong's Double Trouble is a great game that any platformer fan should try. Tomba is a 2D side-scrolling platformer game released in 1996, developed for the PlayStation console. The game features a pink-haired wild boy named Tomba who must save his village from the evil pigs, who have stolen a prized possession. Tomba is one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996 because it has unique gameplay mechanics. The game's world is divided into regions that are interconnected through various pathways and obstacles. Tomba must overcome these obstacles by jumping, climbing, and using different tools, such as a grappling hook and boomerangs. He must also solve puzzles by interacting with different objects and characters in the game world. The game's graphics and sound design are also noteworthy. The game's colorful and detailed environments are visually appealing, and the music creates an immersive atmosphere that enhances the game experience. Tomba has a dedicated fanbase and is considered a cult classic among platformer game enthusiasts. Its unique gameplay mechanics, charming visuals, and memorable sound design make it stand out from other platformer games of its time. Rayman is a game from 1996 where players control Rayman, a character with no arms or legs but lots of personality. The game takes place in a colorful, cartoonish world where Rayman must defeat evil creatures and save his friends. The gameplay is focused on platforming, which means jumping and running through levels with obstacles and enemies to defeat. Rayman is considered one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996 because it stood out for its unique visuals and charming characters. Unlike other platformers, Rayman didn't feature a character with traditional limbs, which made him instantly recognizable. Additionally, the game's bright colors and whimsical design gave it a distinct look that set it apart from other platformers of its time. Overall, Rayman was a fun and engaging game that offered a unique take on the platformer genre. Its memorable characters and colorful world helped it stand out from its competitors, making it a beloved classic even to this day. Pandemonium is a 2D platformer game released in 1996. It follows the story of two characters, Vargas and Nikki, who accidentally unleash a powerful evil spirit called Younger. The player controls either Vargas or Nikki through a variety of levels filled with enemies, obstacles, and puzzles. Pandemonium is one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996 because it stands out from other platformers of that time. It has a unique blend of 3D graphics with 2D gameplay, which was not common at the time. The game also features a humorous and quirky tone, with wacky characters and imaginative levels. The game's levels are well designed and challenging, requiring the player to use both their platforming skills and their problem-solving abilities to progress. The game also offers multiple paths to completion, adding to its replayability. Overall, Pandemonium is a fun and engaging platformer that offers a unique experience for players looking for something different. Its combination of humor, challenging gameplay, and imaginative design make it one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996. Klonoa Door to Phantomile is a platformer game released in 1996. The game follows the adventures of Klonoa, a young hero who lives in the world of Phantomile, where dreams and reality coexist. One day, Klonoa awakens a powerful creature known as Hupao, who helps Klonoa on his quest to save Phantomile from the evil ruler, Gaudius. Klonoa Door to Phantomile is one of the top 7 niche platformer games of 1996 because it offers a unique gameplay experience. Unlike other platformers of its time, Klonoa Door to Phantomile features 5D graphics, which means the characters and backgrounds are rendered in 3D but the gameplay is mostly 2D. This creates a dynamic and immersive world that is both visually stunning and challenging to navigate. The game also features a unique gameplay mechanic where Klonoa can grab enemies and use them as weapons or platforms to reach higher places. This adds a layer of strategy to the gameplay, as players must decide which enemies to grab and how to use them effectively. Overall, Klonoa Door to Phantomile is a fun and engaging platformer that stands out from its peers. Its unique gameplay mechanics and stunning visuals make it a must-play for any fan of the genre.